Welcome back to D&D with the Banana Brothers. I wasn't sure where to look. It's been 3 weeks. Welcome back, everybody. Hi, guys.
What's happening?
Hi, everybody. How are you doing? We're really excited to be back, and I wish you could see all the work I did. You can certainly see if you look closely all on my bruises, because I... Hey, Anchoku. You can see our brand new layout here. That is actually a picture that I took on the table that I'm DMing on right now. I bet you didn't know that. With stuff I had lying around. This is all this old stuff. That dice bag is crows. Those dice are actually crows. There's you guys' figures up there by chat. There's a
Everyone has to pay attention to the maps, because that's definitely where we're going next.
Yeah, that's not the map. That's Ronan's character sheet I've got there, because that's the last one I had that I didn't use D&D Beyond for. I don't remember what module that map was from. I think I purposefully cut it out, or, you know, hid the titles and stuff. I do have that little box of halflings down there that I have yet to paint, those little metal minis, and you see I've got all my minis behind me, and the whole place is all different and set up. The map's over here now.
Looks marvelous.
The scatter.
Looks marvelous.
I was excited. I did a lot of rearranging and cleaning. So anyway, welcome back, everybody. You guys have any announcements or fun things to say or talk about?
We missed you a lot.
Well, I missed you too.
I mean, I miss talking to everybody, and my brothers, I haven't seen them in near a month.
Do you guys feel like smarter or something?
Yep. Smarter. Faster.
That's absolutely.
I accidentally did a math problems the other day, and I don't know.
That's right.
Well, listen, guys, I realized that when I look into the water, it's not my twin brother, Philbog.
Yeah.
It's just my reflection.
What happened to him? We don't have another brother?
No, sadly. It's just my reflection.
Sadly. All right, so let's quick recap our first arc, which was called Turning Point. And I'll read this fast so that you all get a chance to catch up to where we are right now. And then we'll get started. They're right in the middle of the Proxys, in the middle of the world. I have maps to show where that is, so let's get started. So each of Galaderos's sons received a letter from their mysterious father beckoning them to join him at his home just outside Ravenscroft in Covent. Saying goodbye to friends and family, they began their journey, not knowing their fates, but anxious to meet their father for the first time. Arriving in Ravenscroft at the predetermined location of the Green Goblin Inn, they were surprised to also discover each other, brothers from other mothers. After a few missteps and encountering an unusual troll, they found their father in dire peril. Rescuing him from the servant of the Spore Queen, they learned why he had summoned them to his side. He needed their help in restoring the tarnished tiara. With a clue to the Blue Stone, one of the 5 missing precious gems from the keepsake, they set off toward the Nicosia dynasty via the Raven's Pride, which is Lord Ravenscroft's personal passenger vessel. After a delay for repairs in Tarathiel, and then an attack from Drow spies, they arrived in Direbrook, the capital of the Nicosia dynasty. There they also met a sister, Ivory, who had been commissioned with a separate quest to Stonebridge. Our intrepid adventurers had many stops and starts along the way as they worked to find the sapphire with the information they had been given. The clue to the Blue Stone is at the back of the Black Stone and then touch the Cold Stone. Learning that the valuable ore mined from the depths of the Nicosia dynasty is referred to as Black Stone, they headed into the Netherwork mines, where, after battling unusual spore-infected creatures, they found important items, a magical key and other dormant legendary items. Traveling southward toward Stonebridge, they learned that another ore on Ammonrath, Crescent Ore, was also referred to as Cold Stone. The weather delayed their travels, but thanks to this and their terrible directional decision-making, eventually led them to an ally, Dynan Idor, who was a friend of their father's. Dynan helped them understand that even though Crescent Ore is mined from the icy caves in Wildenoth, there have been sightings of it in the old temple, also known as Hilda's Lament. Dynan traveling partly down into Hilda's Lament, the ancient temple of the Night Serpent, as a guide and protector. They encountered and defeated another villainous drow and came across the corpse of another. The two were then warned, were following them. When they reached the point from which no adventurers had ever further adventured and ever returned, Dynan said their goodbyes and returned to the surface, leaving the brothers to face whatever lie ahead. This is your journey to complete, Dynan explained. Winding downward deeper into the temple ruins, our intrepid adventurers eventually arrived at a large chamber with a lighted dais in the center. Atop the dais was a large glowing blue crystalline formation, the Cold Stone. After battling several fungal-infected serpents, the brothers finally came face to face with the last part of the clue, touch the Cold Stone. One by one, as each brother completed the task, they felt a strong swirling sensation as they were pulled from the temple ruins to the center of Amenrath, the nexus of the legendary Leylines that crossed the realm called the Proxus, to drop confused at the feet of their father. Opening his fist, the last brother threw was surprised to present the sapphire, the blue stone, to Galaderos. And that's where we pick up today. Was that fast enough for you?
There's not going to be a test or anything, is there? If there's going to be a test, I'm not going to do very well.
I got to have 2 sips of beer. It was nice.
I know. I said intrepid adventurers twice.
Oh!
No!
You said it again!
They're all going to be.
This is going to be a great first arc episode.
Second arc.
Second arc, first episode, season 2.
2.1.
They are in the Proxus, which, by the way, the chat helped me named back when we were doing 3 Sheets One Shot, named after my Proxon machine. So that's why it's called the Proxus and not the Nexus. But we've called it the Proxus, and it is the central location of the ley lines that crisscross over Amenrath. And let me just put that picture on the map. This is a map that their father, Galaderos, who, by the way, if you aren't paying any attention, is a ancient copper dragon. Which is why all the brothers have a streak of copper in their hair. If you can see their little chibis that Del Mori made for me. So these are the ley lines that cross over, and they are right there on that islandish area in the center, but it's not an island. It is a rounded, kind of a floating plate somewhere in a planar region. It is surrounded by all blackness and twinkly, kind of shooting yellow stars. One misstep and they could fall off the edge. But what they see before them, or they did at the end of last arc, were their 4 sisters who also gave their gems that they found to Galaderos, and then he formed the Mask of the Dragon Queen, which is a very highly prized item that he is taking to Sanmar to help with the battle for the Obsidian Wilds, because some spore fungal infected orcs have been coming down from Malgru. You can see that up north area there into the Obsidian Wilds and attacking, and eventually planned to continue taking over Amenrath. So that was their solution to helping out the that area, was to put this tiara together, which turned out to be the Mask of the Dragon Queen. So their sisters all gave the gems, and they disappeared through the individual doors. We'll go over that in a second. But what you see also in front of you, I'll just turn that off and turn the Proxus on, is a round room, and there are 8 doors. In fact, let me get to my little description here so I make sure that I say it correctly. It's a large circular floating plane. The sky, which is in quotes because it's really just a planar sky, is black but dotted with moving gold lights. And even though the Proxus is stationary, it does feel like you're moving through space as the gold lights move overhead and all around you. The floor of the Proxus is tiled, and in the very center is a small, simple wooden door, which appears to lead downward. Around the wooden door are 4 very obvious portals, one each to the planes of air, water, fire, and earth. Surrounding these portals are 8 doors. They are made out of stone and are very ancient looking. 2 of the 8 doors are smaller than the other 6, but all of them contain 1 or more runes. The 4 of you came through the door on the bottom left of the map, marked with 2 runes, a line with an X in the center, and a rune that looks like the capital letter V. And your sisters left through the following doors. Ivory left to the door on your immediate left, which is marked with an inverted V. Aki Lokipak, who goes by the name Loki, left to the door to the right of the portal to the plane of water, and it's marked with an upside down L and a backward N, if you can see that. Scarlet, that's the tabaxi, she left through the door on your immediate right, marked with an inverted V with a teardrop in the middle and a Y with a line in the middle. Amethysti, which is a Goliath, left through one of the smaller doors. She had to duck to get through hers. Very tall Goliath. She left through the smaller door to the left of Ivory's exit, which is marked with a capital I. Or a stick up and down. It may not be an I.
I'm sorry. What was that again?
Galaderos, who was holding the fully repaired and now also writhing with 5 dragon heads, Mask of the Dragon Queen, stepped through the door marked with a backward crooked Z and the slanted F, just beyond the portal to the plane of air. And now you 4 are standing alone in the Proxus after being told that in order to use any of the doors, you would have to complete the challenges in the planes. The planar challenges, it's called.
Well, guys, I think we should go to the one our sister, the Tabaxi, went through. You know, the one that looks like the thing in a car dealership. I mean, that would be a good portal to go through, I think.
What, the car?
Well, but we have to go through one of the elemental planes, and I think we should pick fire. Because you like fire, and I figured, you know, why not? I don't mind if you set things on fire because it doesn't hurt them.
Was there something written on the door in the middle, the very middle of the room?
You want to go investigate?
Yeah, I'm going to walk around a little bit.
Okay.
Specifically the middle part with that middle door. Is it like round and it goes down?
It's square. It's very simple looking. Am I still quiet, Drake? Compared to them? Is this any better? Yeah, go ahead and investigate.
Okay.
Oh, they're loud? Okay.
19.
I can turn that down a little bit. 19. Okay. Simple enough. It's a square wooden door. Looks kind of like the one that the troll was standing on when you found the troll by your dad's house. And on laying on top of it is a sign. It looks kind of newer than the runes. It's not etched in there. It's just written on carved on a piece of wood, but newer than the other ones. And it just says exit in common.
Hey guys, you want to leave?
Not without, doing the things.
Oh, we're supposed to be doing a challenge.
It says exit.
Well, you were told that in order to use the doors, you had to complete the 4 planar challenges. That's to use the Leylines stretching across Amonrath.
Right. Okay. So we figured out the doors lead to the direction. That direction. The Leylines like a track, like a train track.
Right. Also,
the other thing your father told you is that he wanted you to meet him in Sanmar.
Sanmar. Okay.
Right. And also, if we hit the exit button right now, Arc 2 just went to shit.
I do think we should go to the plane of fire also, but I'm up to suggestions.
I mean, I'm fine with fire. Fire's great. Does anyone read these scratchy marks on the doors?
That's a good idea. What do these mean? Is it a direction?
Deros, you recognize these letters as you speak both Giant and Elvish?
That's correct, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And by the way, audience, as a boon, Galaderos gave them all 2 intelligence at the end of the last game. So they all have at least average intelligence. I believe they are all at 10.
Well, I know it. I know Elvish as well. Do I understand it now?
Yes. Yes, if you understand.
I've gotten better at tying my shoes.
You.
Yeah. Ukogna's still on the fence.
You would understand some of the letters. Roll a. I'm not going to do it for each one of them because there are 13 of them. Everyone roll an intelligence check. See how much of the letter you understand.
Oh,
I rolled a 5.
9.
10.
Hey, we're back to square one.
On brand.
that's a 5.
I can see. I think Dad's giving us a face palm right now.
If Dad isn't, then I am. What'd you roll? Gluton?
10 was the highest, I think.
10 was the highest? Okay. Who rolled the 10?
Me.
Okay.
He's definitely the smartest of us.
Okay, so who reads Elvish?
I do.
And what did you roll?
Not me.
A 5.
And Gluton, what'd you roll?
9.
A 9. Okay. You at least understand the letters and some of what they mean. You know that the one that your Goliath sister went through, the smaller one, with the single capital I, does indeed represent ice.
All right. So maybe there's a plane of ice too, because this door says ice on it. Don't ask me
it could
how I know
also
that.
be her homeland. Like maybe she comes from a very frosty area.
Maybe it goes north.
I could go for a frosty.
And then you look at the one that looks like let's see. I'm looking at the list, not at the actual thing. So the one that your father went through, the reverse and crooked Z, and that funny looking F. The Z stands for transformation. It also, you recall, stands for turning point.
I feel like we should be writing this down.
What's being recorded?
Do it. Yeah.
I have a crayon.
Let's do a. You know what? Let's do a history check.
Great, that's another intelligence check.
Hang on. Beaufort,
You're hilarious.
Beaufort, do a history check.
Well, I just rolled on that one, but I'm lucky, so I'm gonna re-roll that. 13.
13. Okay. You're looking around all the doors curiously, and you come across the one that looks like a P, and you recognize it.
The PR?
It means just the P. Yeah, it means the P, at least you know, means joy or success. And you saw it a lot around Granlund.
Okay. Yeah.
Gluton.
Oh, do I think this line goes to Granlund?
You probably have a strong connection to that thought.
Yeah. Cool.
Gluton, go ahead and do a. None of these really refer to you.
Doesn't matter. I rolled a 2.
You're still looking at the word exit on the little door in the middle, going, "Oh no, guys."
EXI.
Daros.
Yes, ma'am.
Do a history check.
Outstanding.
Flashback to old gal telling us exactly where all the doors go.
Exactly. A 9.
A 9. Okay.
Wait, let me add my bonuses. A 9.
Okay. You think you recognize 2 of the letters.
I'm a smart man.
Because you saw them on crates coming out of your hometown, of where the Moganta trees grow, and Zaman. You recognize the I, the one that your sister, the Goliath, went through, and you recognize the one that looks like an inverted V.
Mm-hmm.
the one that your other sister went through.
Lucky me.
All right, Anchoku, do a... I'm trying to think if there's one that you... Go ahead and do a history check. Because there's one that you might catch.
Ooh. +3 is 9.
9? Okay. When you came into Ravenscroft, you recognized a symbol that you saw quite often when you went to the warehouse store looking for places to buy jerk seasoning, and you saw the F looking, the one with the sort of like the stick with the 2 lines going upward.
What the F?
That looks like a branch that will catch fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it does remind me of something that I saw over there. There was lots of burnable things in that store.
All of you do a perception check. I want to see, since you've been looking at both looking around here and looking at the original map.
I rolled in that one.
Wow.
I rolled a 5 because I have a +4 on perception.
Okay, right.
I rolled in that one.
What'd you get?
It's not getting better.
8.
11.
8. 11. Okay, that's all right. You're holding up the map that your father gave to you. And as you're studying the exit sign on the wooden door, you're also looking at the placement of the doors on the floor of the Nexus.
Oh, so the lines sort of meet up with the doors.
Yeah.
Now we just have to figure out how you turn it, right?
Or, we have to learn how to use the doors.
Alien device.
Right. You think exit just kills you?
I don't know what it does, but we weren't told to use it.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you were told to use, in order to use the ley lines, that you would need to complete the challenges.
Yeah, in order for us to have access, and I guess it's important for us to have access.
You did see.
I mean, it would be very.
Dad wouldn't have done this if he didn't think it was perfect for us, you know.
Sure, we'll go with that.
So, anything else written? Like, what about the elemental portals? Are there anything written on those?
The plane of fire, which is right in front of you and to your right. Well, if you're standing in the middle, it's right behind you or whatever. It is a upright portal with 2 sets of stairs that go up and meet in the middle and then go through the portal. And it's all black and it has streaks of lava flowing throughout and inward. And then it has a skull at the top as a decor.
Any kind of significant markings of anything?
No markings on it, but it's quite obvious the plane of fire because of the lava.
Yeah, it's hot.
The one.
Is it heat? Does it radiate heat?
You want to go touch it?
I want to get close to it. Yeah, I'm gonna go get. I'm not touch it, but
yeah. If you step on the one of the stairs, it's warm, but it's not. It's not burning you.
Uko, check this out.
Oh, okay. So I'll go up the stairs, and I feel that it's warm, but as a tiefling, it's comfortably warm.
Right.
And I think, well, maybe I have some meat in my pack that I can barbecue. And I wonder if I've got some jerk seasoning I can barbecue meat with too. The door.
Before we go in, I have a prepared speech about 10 minutes long, right? But it's going to all be about fire. We all have been so close to fire recently that I've been studying under the good teachings of Uko and Beaufort and I've learned to do a new thing, and so I'm going to talk for 10 minutes about how inspiring it is that I can do this, and then a bonfire just bursts into life in front of me.
Nice.
Ooh, cool.
I learned how to do that from you all. So
Listen, I'm going to do the same thing for about at least a minute, and I'm going to talk to you guys about how lightly you can tread upon the lava should you walk on it. So I'm going to make sure that everybody in my group has water walk.
Okay.
So
As a ritual spell.
Okay.
Yeah, and I am using the leadership thing, whatever the hell that's called.
It's a paladin thing.
Inspiring.
It's not. It's
leader?
a inspiring leader.
Isn't it a feat that you got?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I chose
think that's
inspiring
an omen.
leader.
I think that's an omen. We go into this one.
I was given it at the beginning.
Oh.
10 temporary hit points to everyone.
Okay.
Sweet.
What? We're breaking our game already.
Oh yeah, that's going to be the thing that pushes us over.
Yeah.
Uko, do you want to?
Walking make it so that I don't die if I step in lava, or does it just make me stay on top?
It's literally, you can walk on the surfaces. I'll read it for you guys. Beaufort, you were going to say what Ukokno was going to do?
I was also noticing Chief just joined. So isn't there something?
You know what? I was trying to look through my book.
To avoid confrontation.
No,
You're not making eye contact?
I was trying to get water walk. Check Player's Handbook, page 287.
Any liquidy surface, yeah.
Yeah.
Even magma.
So as I pop over here, and it wasn't a raid though. It wasn't a raid.
Oh.
But hi, Bear. How you doing?
You can sing a non-raid song.
Yeah. You absolutely can.
While I look up water walk.
I was gonna just ask Uko if he wanted to go in first, just because. I feel like you're like.
That's very cool.
This is like your zone.
I'll walk in.
Okay. So you step up the side and step to the center and walk through the center portal.
Does he disappear?
Yeah, he's no longer there. He's
I go.
basically stepping into the abyss.
I go too.
All right, hang on a second.
I have my magic ring. Can I talk to my brother?
Yeah, once you're inside, you start to talk to your brother. What do you say?
Well, what do I see when I'm inside?
You see a similar island to what you're on now, a round disc, floating and flowing with hot, molten lava through cracks. And there's islands kind of floating in it, black islands with crusted surfaces.
Ew.
And as soon as you start to talk into your ring, Beaufort, you don't hear him.
Oh.
Damn.
And in front of you,
They're not answering when I try and describe this?
they don't hear you. They don't respond. I'll say that. You don't get a response from them.
Well, I go in because my brother Uko can't be in there alone.
Okay. All right. You go in and you don't see Uko. You should be standing right there at the edge of the portal, and you don't see him.
Uh-oh.
Have you found him, Beaufort?
You don't hear anything over your ring. You don't get a response.
Glutton, would we enter this thing?
Oh god.
No,
okay,
listen, Glutton, you and I are going to hold hands when we walk through this.
Oh, I like that. All right.
Yeah, we're gonna hold hands and we're gonna step through.
Okay.
All right, never let go.
Okay. You both step through, and you feel the warmth of each other's hand in yours. But as you step through, the warmth is still there, but you are alone. Beaufort, roll a d4.
One.
Okay. Standing in front of you, and I'm just going to, I know both Uko went in first, but I'm going across the top of the screen so I don't forget who's who. You, right across the small island, it's only as big as probably as little bit bigger than the Proxus, so it's not that far away. You see 2 horned devils, and they turn their heads and look straight at you.
Zizi?
Oh no. These are large creatures with horns on them and big, brown, leathery wings.
I draw my weapons.
You what?
I draw my weapons.
Okay.
Sorry, did you say drop?
All right. Glaton, you're roll a d4.
2.
In the center, closer to you than you'd like, at this portal, you see a large worm-like creature. It has quivering, barbed tentacles set around its massive, toothy maw. Its cracked and stony hide pulses with a dull orange glow, as if it might be composed of primordial lava, perpetually on the verge of hardening into solid rock. And it turns and looks at you.
Hello. My father told me to come here. Do you know old gal?
Okay, and Daros, roll a d4.
No. I rolled a 4.
Okay. You see charging right for you a huge fiendish minotaur, glowing red, probably 20 feet tall, charging right at you. Uko, you want to roll, or you want to just take the last one?
Yeah, I'll just take the last one. I guess we're all going to be separated.
You
We're talking about to split the party.
Talk to your finger, and your brothers are not answering you, and you look up to see a young red shadow dragon standing, just landing in the center. And the breeze from the flap of his wings does absolutely nothing to help with the blistering heat that you're experiencing in this plane. All right, Beaufort, what do you...
I look at it and I ask it, hey, you know my dad? He's Galadero.
He takes a large intake of breath. Beaufort, what do you do?
Yeah, I try to talk to him. I asked them what they're doing here. And what am I doing here?
Okay. Horned devils are basically... They enjoy a good bargain. They enjoy playing with their food. So
yeah.
They turn to each other and they speak to each other. You don't know what they're saying. These are large creatures, by the way. One of them swishes its tail, and the other one forms a large flame ball in their paws. And they turn to each other, and the other one says to the other, "How dare he cross into our realm?" And now he wants to speak.
And
And you hear this in your head. You see their mouths moving, but you hear this in your head.
Guys, I think we're in Arc 3. I think we skipped Arc 2.
It was a mistake, yeah.
I'm gonna say no. I'm here for a reason, and you're in my way. I think I need to get through here.
Well, in order to get through here, you hear telepathically in your head, you must get through us.
I cast a spell on myself. Protection from energy.
Okay.
And I'm gonna choose fire, I think.
No, dude,
I'm thinking fire.
Yeah, gonna choose fire.
All right, Glaton.
Does the worm say anything back?
Does it have a mouth?
I am having to pull all these up separately because you guys did not take the road I thought you were going to take. Okay. It does not understand you.
I try speaking in Draconic.
I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
It does not. Does not understand anything you're saying at all.
I guess I will look around. Is there anything on the island other than this giant worm?
Absolutely not. Writhing tendrils of lava are spewing. Occasionally, you'll see a burst of lava come from the ground and spray rain of hot molten bits of rock onto, let's say, a 20-foot radius area.
Jeez. Is there the portal behind me? Is that still there or is that gone?
Nope, it's still there.
Right, I go back through the portal. Sorry.
Okay. You come out through the portal and you're alone now in the process. Daros? You have a...
I have a Minotaur charging me. I just have one question. How much?
A lot.
Okay. I look around and just really quickly survey my area. Do I see any kind of doors or windows or holes or caves or trees or something I could climb on?
Absolutely not. It's a flat. It's just like the Proxus, only it's shifting black stone of lava, and then rivers of liquid lava between them. And then it drops off into this abyss with the black skies, space, and yellow distant stars.
Right. Worst possible imagination. Got it. Worst possible situation. Got it. I'm gonna take a step back.
Okay.
And turn to look to see if there's any kind of way out.
If you take a step back, you're on the step of the portal.
I'm going to continue on to that stair and move right back into the other side.
Okay. You pass.
I'm going to break on through.
You cross back through to the other side, and there's Glaton, looking like he needs a change of underwear.
And I'm gonna look at Glaton and go, "Woo! Do not go in there."
I told you to not let go. Come on.
I know. I was holding your hand, brah.
All right, Uko. What would you like to do? You are staring at the face of a young red dragon. Young red shadow dragon.
As if that made it any better.
Well.
Yeah. Well, I am a thief. I could try and hide. I look around for something to hide behind, and do I see a portal?
You just see the portal.
I just see it. Okay. I use my my sneaky ability, and I go right back to the portal.
Okay. You come back out, and there's Glaton and Daros arguing with each other about holding hands.
And then I wave to them and say, "Hey guys, there's this cool dragon that's back there. Come on, this portal, not the one that you went through."
Oh, that's the problem. There's more than one fire portal. Interesting.
All right, Beaufort, what are you doing?
I'm going to step out.
All right, you step out and you see your other brothers arguing about what they saw in their portals.
Yeah, don't go in that one.
And the real question is how do the four of us decide which one we do step in? We just figured out the four fates of the die roll.
Spin those symbols around, we'll find a portal that for fire that is good and has big barbecue on it.
Yeah. Well, what do you think, guys? Wind? Do you think wind is easier?
I imagine it's going to be pretty bad no matter what. But
What do you think? We can't. I mean, you guys tried to step in together and it didn't work.
No, it did not. I was holding his hand. And when I arrived, there was this giant minotaur.
woman. Yeah.
What about the bag of holding? What if we crawled in that?
That is not a bad idea.
Inside of a bag of holding going through a dimensional door.
I mean,
You're already in
Somebody look that up.
Nothing
Somebody
bad
look
could
that up.
possibly happen.
The portal
I
already
have
went
resistance
through
to fire. If you guys all want to climb in, I can toss you in.
No. See, the problem is I can't fit in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Does anyone know that thing that makes you get smaller?
Diminution.
Diminution?
Yeah.
What?
I think it's
I
the
don't
vial
have
that
it.
says "drink me."
I don't have that spell. Or potion.
Oh.
So there was that door called exit.
Yeah.
Maybe we leave and we just go fight some small things for a bit and then get better and then come back.
I think it was very specific. We have to beat these 4 challenges.
That's fair, yes.
You guys remember what we figured out from those symbols? Maybe if we put our heads together, we'll actually have, enough intelligence.
That's just so crazy it might work. Let's put our heads together.
All right,
I'm gonna-
I bend
I'm gonna-
over and I bonk Beaufort with my forehead.
Yeah, I reach over and I lean my face against Uka's face. Is this helping?
All right, why don't you roll a intelligence check with advantage?
Should we whisper?
3 and 14. I'll pick the 14 plus
Plus?
0.
0. How about that?
There's no plus.
14 gives me plus.
Okay. Okay. So, you study the doors again, and now you're seeing that some of the letters on there are common enough Elvish and giant letters, and you get the impression that they probably stand for an area or city.
Yeah.
And the eye keeps coming back to you. You saw your sister Amethysti go through there, and she is a Goliath. And you heard Dynan tell all of you that the Goliaths were the ones that were mining the crescent ore in Wildenoth. And so you look down at your map that your father gave you.
We have a map? Sorry.
every time.
It's been 3 weeks. I don't know how you remember.
Oh my god. Yeah, I've been trying to figure out a way to weasel that in there.
And you can tell that small door must lead to that area where they mine the crescent ore. Because it meant ice.
Basically northwest.
It meant ice, yes.
All right, so that door reminds me of something about crescent ore that's icy something. Do we want to go to icy place?
So there's water and air. There's not ice yet.
I mean, we could try opening one of the doors, right? I mean, it's not going to, like...
we could try, but we have to beat... I thought we had to beat challenges of the elemental planes before we could use the doors. That's what my understanding was.
That was what I thought, too, but
all right, let's try
of those.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not... I had 2 devils in my eyes.
I recognize the ice symbol. I'm just going to try to open the door. I'm not going to try to go through. I just want to know what happens when I open it.
Man, I almost blew a 4th level spell round 1.
I did.
The door will not open for you, Glaton.
All right. Yes, we do have to do the things with the things.
Okay.
Do you check any other doors?
Well, we do now that you asked.
There was that other symbol that reminded me of the store I was in, Ravenscroft.
And
that was in front of the door?
Yeah, that was the one directly to the right. It's right behind the plane of air portal.
The RN?
It has... No, it's north. It has the...
Like the backward Z thing.
The backward Z. That's the one your father went through.
No, yeah.
And recall his words. He said, "Meet me in Sanmar."
Oh. Maybe he meant now.
Did he?
And the other symbol, the other symbol you saw in Ravenscroft. So somehow Sanmar and Ravenscroft are, since they're on the same door, that must mean something.
We'll definitely check out that door.
Okay.
Uko?
All right, yeah.
Go check it out.
Okay.
I'll go over there. I have 30 movement.
Sure. And you try to open it?
Yes, but if it's locked, I have a key that might work.
Oh. You turn the knob. We'll say it has a knob. And it won't open for you. It's either locked or it won't open.
Is there a place for that special key, or do I have to set fire to it?
It does not look like there's a keyhole.
I guess I'm going to have to. Hey guys, should I set fire to the door?
It is.
Yeah.
It is
Not
ancient,
yet.
ancient
Not yet.
stone.
All right. So we all seem to be pretty easily able to get back into here. What if we went through one of the other ones to see if something smaller was there that we could talk to and find out more?
More information?
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm willing to try some other portal.
Okay. Which one are you going to try?
I do like the idea of us all going through the same one, though, in case maybe at some point we get put in the same place.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe we just rolled bad foresighted.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe we're all supposed to roll a 1.
Uko did specifically say, I want the other one.
He didn't like anything he heard from before.
What do you guys want to do? Water? Try water?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. That ought to be interesting with your water walking.
Yeah, since we still have water walking.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
it lasts
going
an
to be
hour.
last through that door, by the way.
I'm going to be last to that door. Because it
Yeah,
involves
because
water.
he doesn't care for the water. Okay. So who's going in first?
I'll go in first.
All right.
Roll a 4-sided.
No, roll a 6-sided, please.
Oh, there's even more bad guys. I rolled a 1.
Okay. You step in to the. You actually have to dive in. The
I'm sorry. What?
The the entrance to the plane of water. Well, here, I'll get it for you. I'll show you what it looks like. I did get all these done.
It's a water plane.
Okay.
Tell me how I'm supposed to dive into water with water walking.
First of all, this is what the fire portal looked like.
Oh my gosh, that's super cool.
Ooh.
Clover made this.
That's a very nice.
The water plane, the entrance to the plane of
I like
water,
that one.
is a one that you have to actually go up some stairs. And they're covered with brightly colored blues and turquoise and white hard shells and sea glass. And you climb all the way to the top, and then you dive into the pool in the middle to enter.
Yeah, we can't because I have water walking on.
Oh,
We
darn,
can't
do
enter.
you really?
All the rest of us have that, don't we?
Gosh. That's a
So
shame.
we need to go to a different portal, guys.
All right.
Daryl
I'm jumping
tried
down
to-
to the pond going, I can't get in, guys.
tried the big trampoline.
Okay, so which one?
I'm not going to right click it. Oh, well, I could, but it's always a ritual. It doesn't waste anything. I could right click it off. Thanks, Riley.
Yeah, that makes his point more valid.
Are you taking water walking off and going into the water portal?
Yeah.
What do you think I should do, brothers?
Yeah. Take it off. Let's go in.
All
I'm
right.
hot. I'm sweating. From that.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and right click on that action.
Sure, because this is an MMOR. Okay, you dive in, and you immediately feel refreshed especially after being in the plane of fire, and you find a beautiful white beach, and you're standing on it. But you are having to hold your breath, so that's not good. Who follows him?
I mean, I will. That's fine.
Okay, Glaton, roll a d6.
That's a 4.
Okay. Same thing. You dive in, and you see a beautiful white beach, but you're underwater, and you're having to hold your breath. So that's not good. Uko, you follow? Oh, you're going in last. You said Beaufort.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Buffett will go in.
Okay. You dive in. You see a beautiful white beach. You don't see your brothers. What do you roll?
2.
A 2. Okay. But you're having to hold your breath, so that's not good. Uko, you're gonna go in? Uko?
I try and call to my brother. Hey, can you guys, let me know if it's really wet over there?
You don't hear anything. You get no response.
I got a pocket full of pebbles, and maybe I should cast a cantrip on it and throw it through there.
Okay.
So I use a bonus action to charge up some magic stone.
Okay.
All 3 of them, 2 pebbles, and I throw one through there.
Okay. It breaks the surface to the water, and you see it very faintly at the beginning, and then it kind of disappears through the darker central water.
Does it do anything?
Nope.
Blow up? Or start a fire?
Nothing.
All right. What about if I put my foot in it just a little bit? I sit on the edge.
Okay.
I took off the water walking because my foot just starts to bounce on that. on the water there.
All right.
And I put my foot on the edge.
You take your boot off. I assume you take your boots off.
Yeah, I take my boots off and my socks.
And your socks, okay.
And I know how to unlace them now too.
Yeah, I know. You're already
So it's either,
intelligence 10, sure. All right, so you swing your legs over the side and dip them in the water, and it's cool and refreshing. And your toes feel a little like a tug, but a gentle tug. And you're a little afraid because what if it's something that's trying to pull you in?
Yeah, it could be a whirlpool or something that's being like thrown off the ship or something.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary.
Yeah.
My brothers again. Hey, are you guys reading with me yet?
You get no response.
I turn around and put my palms on the edge, and then I try to lower myself in a little bit at a time. And when the water's kind of cold, I'm not in the sweatsuit.
And where are your boots now at this point?
They're on the rim.
Okay.
Of the, yeah.
Okay. So as soon as you get about 3/4 of your body in the water, you feel a definite pull on your midsection, and sure enough, you find yourself on a nice sandy beach under the water, and it's all wet all around you, and you have to hold your breath, and that's not good. Roll a d6.
Two.
A 2. Okay. Okay, so those of you who rolled a 1 and a 2, who was that?
I rolled a 1.
I rolled a 2.
And okay, 4.
We all rolled 1s and 2s.
And okay, well, no, Glaton rolled a 4. Those of you that rolled a 1 and no, one of you rolled a. Oh, that's right. Okay. So Beaufort, Daros, and Ukokna, you are all alone, but you all see the same creature in front of you. It is a giant squid-like creature with a beaked mouth. It is twisted and unusual, and it has a lot of how do I describe this? Fins off of its side, and it seems to be able to swim very quickly. It's almost serpent-like because it has a very, very long torso, but it definitely has appendages, and in one appendage it's carrying a very sharp hook, and it's swimming right toward you.
I don't know what the rest of my brothers are going to do, but I'm going to go right back up out of the water if I can.
As soon as you turn around, like to run away, you see a small whirlpool in the water. And do you go toward that whirlpool? You don't see the same thing you saw in the fire plane. You don't see the same portal, obviously, because this is underwater. The only thing you see is a small swirling whirlpool right there on the sand next to you.
Okay, so it's a contest between the calamari and the whirlpool. I'm going to go right for the whirlpool because I don't know if I can start a barbecue right now.
Okay, all right. You step into that whirlpool, and I'll get with you in a second. Daros and Beaufort, what do you guys do?
I go back. I look for that whirlpool too and go back. I can't breathe underwater, so I quickly try to get back to the air.
Yeah, if you go upward, you're going to miss the whirlpool.
Well, I go wherever I came from.
Okay, so you turn around and you
I
see... The only thing you see different is that unusual whirlpool right there in the sand next to you.
Yeah, I'm going to try to access it.
Okay, so you touch that whirlpool. Daros, what do you do?
Man, I had 161 hit point thing I could polymorph into, but you know what? I'm going to back out. I'm going into the whirlpool.
Okay. Glaton, when you enter, you don't see your brothers, but you see a like a large demon, and as it is I just mixed up descriptions. I'm so sorry. Your guys' one didn't have a hooked thing. This one does. But this one seems to, as it's swimming, it puffs out this acrid green, poisonous-looking stuff, and it's inching ever closer to you as it makes a beeline toward you. And it's demonic in a way. You feel like it's just exuding evil.
I'll turn around and try to go back through the portal as well.
Okay, you don't see the portal, but you do see the swirling sand there. So as soon as you all touch the sand, you come up gasping from the portal to the plane of water, clutching the side, and right there you see already out of the water is Uko putting on his boots. And 3 of you did have the same creature, and 1 of you did not. And at that point, let's take a break. It's already 9 o'clock, and everyone wanted to take a break.
Oh my gosh.
Is like, I'm outie.
All right, we'll see you in 5.
Okay.
I need a fishing rod.
And we are back. Everyone's fixing their hats and refilling their drinks and ready for
That was fast. I just got back in.
Ready for round 2. Okay, so you all have just recovered out of the plane of water after facing a couple of creatures and deciding not to engage them. What would you like to do next?
So the thing that you described, the sort of long beaky thing, was it the same size as the thing that we fought from the ship?
It was not a young kraken.
But bigger or smaller?
It was bigger.
Lovely. I think maybe we've been selected for the wrong missions.
We're just in a hole, man. We got to dig ourselves out.
I think this is for our older brothers.
This is for our sisters. Where are our sisters right now?
Yeah. We need the competent ones here, please.
All right, let's try the Earth. Let's try the Earth one.
Sure.
We're going to dip our feet in every one of them, by golly.
Yeah, it'd be perfect.
Okay.
I like your random approach.
The plane of Earth portal looks like Stonehenge. It looks like stacked
Nice.
earthen stones on there. You enter through that little step right there. Looks pretty nice and natural. Who goes through first?
Oh, I will. Let's just do it.
I have an idea. Let's all look at each other and say we're all going to step into it at the same time.
Yeah.
And if we don't see the same thing or each other, then we step back out.
Yeah, a plan. All right, so everyone think about the number 1.
That's the one between 0.5 and 1.5, right?
Yes, right there in the middle.
Okay.
Okay.
Should we link arms when we walk through?
Yeah, let's link
Should we
arms.
walk through together like it was a movie with a tin person and stuff like that?
I'm gonna mush my face back up.
I'm going to get out 50 feet of hempen rope, and I'm going to tie us all together.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I'm not tying us together going into the plane of Earth.
But that's not a bad idea. One of us go in first with the rope.
We were literally holding hands, and the person just. Whoop.
Yeah, you're right. Rope.
We should, however, try the thing with the bag of holding, but if we can't fit through the top, that's problematic.
I have to be the one that has to carry you guys because I can't fit in it.
That's fine. I can hold my breath.
Okay, so how are you all going into the...
We're all going to go in the portal at the same time, thinking about one.
We're going to lock our arms and go in like walking down the frickin'
Yellow brick road.
Yellow brick road. Yeah.
Thinking about the number 1.
Okay. Okay.
That number 1 or what's the other one?
So I won't even ask what you roll, since you're all going to say 1. As each of you feel that familiar now tug into this different plane of existence, this challenge plane, you are faced with not seeing your brothers. You're alone in a very rocky, desolate, earthy, round circle surrounded by blackness and yellow stars, similar to the Proxus.
Okay.
Suddenly, from the ground in front of you, bursts an enormous purple worm and turns straight toward you.
I'm sorry, did you say purple worm?
Yes. Well, it can't really be any other color. It is bright purple.
Because if it's a lilac worm, we're staying.
The fuchsia worm, we're in, man. I back out.
Okay.
Yeah.
You all back out, I assume?
I mean, well, after he does, I'm like, well, I ain't sticking around.
Well, you're not together. You're not together.
Yeah, we're not together. You don't
yeah.
see us. That's yeah, you don't see me.
Yeah.
I activate the cape of the Copper Dragon.
Okay.
And turn into a giant owl, and I fly up, and I'm just going to try to get more information, because we got to learn more than just there's a giant purple worm that's going to eat us. So I'm going to fly up as high as I can to get out of its way, and then just sort of like start circling, just trying to see what there is to see.
Okay. You can go up pretty much as high as you'd like. And the platform just gets smaller and smaller. And there's a purple worm in the center of it. If you went to go right and left, it's basically a void.
Is there anything underneath the platform?
I mean, the platform's attached to the ground, and you could dig, I suppose.
Sorry, is there anything underneath the ground? Like, it's a circular, rocky thing, right?
It's like a floating
like if I fly
island.
Underneath that.
Think of Dalaran.
Yeah.
There's nothing, it's all a void underneath that as well. And there's, you're getting a little disoriented because it's all blackness, and these yellow stars are kind of flying by you, but not really flying. The island looks like it's moving, but it's not really moving.
All right, I will fly back through the portal.
Okay.
And I'm going to maintain owl shape.
Okay. So, Daros, you standing there scratching your head, and you see an owl fly through the portal.
Kill it!
Daros.
I have seen that owl before.
Well, yes.
Who is it?
Oh, stop. Stop.
Okay, Uko, what do you do?
All I see is a great big giant purple worm.
It's huge. It's got a
The
big
Prince of
gaping
Worm.
maw.
And there's no other platforms next to the platform that I'm on. I look around and is there anywhere for me to run and jump to?
No. You could jump off.
Run and jump back to the
Okay, Beaufort?
Okay, so I'm gonna draw my weapons.
Okay.
I'm gonna actively try to disbelieve it.
Okay.
Walk towards it, and basically just be as brave as I can.
Okay. Roll an intelligence check as you approach it.
All right, that's an 11.
Okay. I mean, you're trying your hardest to think maybe it's not there, maybe it's not there. Roll initiative.
Uh-oh. 11.
11? All right, you get to go first.
I'm gonna run my ass back to the portal. I'm gonna use my action and my movement and my bonus action and my reaction
Okay.
and my free action.
Oh, sure. That's to shit your
A lot
pants,
of
right?
That's right.
Okay, yeah, you're back through, and you see Daros, and you see Uko, and you see an owl.
And did I feel his presence and feel the body heat?
It was a purple worm.
Yeah. Okay. Guys, there's a purple worm in there.
No shit. What took you so long?
In a bottle, actually.
That was an illusion.
You didn't try to charge it again, did you, Beaufort?
Well, you gotta get your money back.
I hop on the ground over to the plane of air.
Okay. The plane of air, by the way, decided to go with lavender. And it's just fluffy clouds. You just walk into the nice fluffy clouds. Surely there can't be anything in here that could hurt you.
I think
For, no ground.
a prerequisite was the travel agent had to take us to all four first, and then we could access one. It's just a tour.
Okay. So, how are you going into the plane of air?
Flying.
Fly.
Okay. So you're flying, because you're an owl, Glaton. Beaufort?
Oh, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna watch him go in.
Okay. Glaton, roll a D8, please.
Is it really like up in the air? You'd have to fly to get to it.
No. On the
You
ground.
can walk through.
Just walk through. I'm sorry, Glaton?
4.
4. Okay. When you walk in, or fly in, I should say, you see through your owl eyes a huge winged creature with about 7 feet long wingspan, and it's about 5 feet tall. Looks like a giant eagle, but it has very dark or gray-green feathers. Its head is like blue, black, or purple hair, and it's roughly in the shape of a deer's. Its mouth is full of jagged fangs and has very sharp talons. On the top of its head is an extremely sharp set of antlers. They look as strong as steel, and they're jet black in color. This one has light blue chest feathers on it. Its eyes are glowing an orange-red color, and it sees you and heads right toward you.
Get out.
I didn't hear anything about what Beaufort found out about it not being an illusion. I don't think. I don't think he explained that a lot. So I'm going to just ram it with my owl body and peck at it.
Of course you are. All right. I have to look it up now.
I have a fly speed of 60.
Okay.
And
What's your ramming speed?
And I can leave. I can leave without provoking opportunity attacks. Okay. So I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to try to just get a peck in and then get out.
Gotcha.
Just to see if it's real.
So roll for initiative.
It's just a little peck on the cheek. Something harmless.
11.
Wow, I've been rolling low for initiative. Okay, yeah. 5. So yeah, you're first.
Okay. That was a 5 to hit.
That just misses.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'm going to be as close to the portal as I can be at the end of my turn without going through, and I'm going to stay there.
Okay. It's not a big area, so yeah, you could it's a very large creature. Okay, it is going to come toward you and make a gore attack. That is 27 to hit.
That does hit an owl, yes.
And you take 11 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And now it is going to gore you again. That missed.
Seems appropriate.
And now it's going to...
AC is only 12.
Yeah, but it rolled like a 3. And it... Oh, yeah, that would be 12. It's a +9 to hit, so it does.
9? Yeah.
Yep, that sounds right.
So
I'm sorry, plus what?
12 piercing damage.
I'm no longer an owl. Okay.
And it's going to make a final attack with its talon now. And that
I'm no longer Glaton.
A 24 to hit.
Yeah, that does hit.
Get out my D10s here.
Oh, good.
And that's 17 slashing damage. Now, it's going to make a wisdom perception check to use one of its lair actions. And it is not effective. What would you like to do? You're up.
I use a bonus action to disengage, and I run through the portal.
Okay. So the three of you are sitting there waiting to see what happens, and Glaton comes out not the owl.
I have a giant scratch down the side of my face, and I just go, don't go in that one. And it doesn't like owls.
That's what you got
Sounds
out
like
of
a
it?
hoop.
He hates owls.
He doesn't like these cans.
He doesn't like these cans.
All right. Have you seen that one that it's like an eagle, but he's got a buck like a deer stuck to the top of it?
None of you have ever heard of anything like that before.
It's like that.
Is that a deagle?
A deagle.
Could be. I did not feel good.
Did any of you brothers want to try to go in and see what lies in wait for you there?
I'll try to go in, sure.
Okay. So you go on in and roll a d8 for me, please.
8.
An 8. Okay. You step in timidly, and immediately start falling.
Can I cast reaction Featherfall?
Yep. So now you're not falling, or now you're not. Well, you're
I'm falling slowly.
just falling very slowly.
That rope would have been a great idea.
And you see flying toward you an adult white dragon.
I love this episode already.
I'm gonna okay, so is it my turn?
Yes.
By the way, shitting your pants is a free action.
Yep, got it.
You rolled an 8, buddy.
Free action, got it. Okay, I'm gonna. I got it. All right, so yeah, I'm just gonna, as I'm feather falling, I'm gonna cast fly on myself.
Okay. All right.
And then fly back up to the portal.
All right. What's your movement speed?
30.
Okay, so you would not have fallen enough to.
25. Sorry, 25.
25. I don't know if you would have fallen in time. Go ahead and roll initiative.
10.
Okay, you beat the initiative, so on your turn you would have made it the rest of the way out.
Going in through the door.
Okay. Daros and Uko, you see Glaton standing there, bleeding, and you see Beaufort come out white as a ghost. White as a dragon. Would
Hey,
you
you
guys...
think we should try that fire portal again? That was more fun though.
Yeah, at least it was solid ground, and we could breathe.
I found 2 worms so far, and both of them were bigger than worms should be.
All right,
Maybe
what
we
would you
should
guys?
look at these other doors that are off here.
You crazy DM, you.
Daros, stop looking at your book and look up at the screen so that the rest of the audience can see your ugly mug.
Okay, I just have so many beasts I can turn into that can fly. I'm trying to figure out the best one. Well, I was gonna peek my head in.
What are you gonna do? Fight it alone?
No, but I figured we all had to like go in at least once, like, and then step back out. Like we experienced it and step back out. It was almost like activating a portal kind of bullshit.
Oh, you think we've succeeded on these challenges? I don't think that's the case.
No, stepping in, stepping out. I call that a success. We didn't come out dead. I was just trying to dance my way around this thing.
What would you like to do, Uko, in the meantime?
I'm just going to stand back with my brothers, and I'm going to actually look at Glaton and say, do you need any healing?
I mean, I could put some of my own points in. That's fine. I'm not that bad.
Uko, what would you like to do?
I'd like to go look at some of the other doors.
Okay.
investigate them a little bit?
You can try opening them. Is that what you said?
I want to look around them. Maybe do they move, or do the letters change, or anything? I can learn about those.
Roll an investigation check.
Another intelligence check. This is amazing.
Well, that's an investigation check. So 14 and 6 is 20.
Nice. 20. Okay. The pieces are coming together. None of the doors have moved, and none of the letters have moved. At all.
That makes perfect sense.
Way to go, Sherlock.
And you will notice, and you did notice,
The pieces are coming together.
that the one that your sister, your Goliath sister, went through, that has the large eye on it, that is a smaller door, and right across from it, directly across from it, is the other small door.
Like a ninth door?
Yeah.
Nope, just
Maybe.
right across from it. There are 8 doors. And it looks like they all crisscross through that central exit door.
Yeah.
Did we see a crisscrossy thing before? Maybe we should go try the ones that's across from the ones that...
You did see
our
it on the
sisters went
map.
through.
Right.
Oh. I just looked at our map and I just figured out we had.
Yeah, so they all go through a door. I got that part.
I think we should go through the exit, guys. Yeah, I'm thinking exit. Let's do this exit.
All right.
Fireplace.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, against Beaufort's every fiber of his body, I'll agree.
Okay, so who's going
It
to...
just makes sense, guys. The lines line up this way, and if you read the letters, it says something in giant like.
Exit means enter in giant. Got it.
I think that was a southern dialect.
All right, who's going to open the door to the
Darrow's
I will open the door
Darrow's idea.
Okay. All right.
because I got a bonus action awaiting.
You reach down. There's a handle right there. You open the door. It opens, and you see a ladder descending downward, and some grassy land.
Guys, I hope we don't have to tie ourselves up as we go down this ladder. So I'm just going to go down the ladder, and I want you guys to follow me at 30-foot intervals.
Well, before you go, does it look like the magic ladder that we went down when we first met? Like, it was going to go to the tower that we met the fake dragony dad in.
Yeah.
Well, as you know, I remember everything, and no, this ladder does not remind me of that.
All right.
Okay, so Daros descends the ladder. You go down the first rung, second rung, third, and then you're on the ground. And you look
It's a
around
short
and
ladder.
you see you're on another island, but it's huge. And there's blue skies. And you look up and there's blue skies. It's a beautiful sunny day.
Do I still see the ladder?
Yeah, the ladder's standing right there in the middle of the grassy area.
I like, guys, come on down. It's okay.
And they hear you.
Can we hear?
Yep.
It's a miracle.
So yeah, I
go
got
down this ladder.
Beaufort's going down?
Yeah.
Okay. 1 rung. Slowly, cautiously, 2 rungs. 3. Oh, you're already on the ground. It looks a lot longer, but you're already there. And there's Darrow standing right next to you. And you look down.
Hey, Darrow.
You're in a little bit of a crater area, but there's a ladder right there.
I'm starting to think, Darius, we need to meet Dad in that city. Like, pretty soon.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think we need to do that first. All that stuff seemed like higher level stuff. Maybe we need to get more information.
It was out of my pay grade.
Anyone else coming down the ladder?
It's a door that we're going down across from the door that.
It's the
Ivory
middle
went through?
door.
It's the one.
Oh,
You
It's
have
the
a 9
middle
intelligence. How are
brown
you
door.
overthinking this?
It's the middle brown door.
they're everywhere. The middle
I
brown
will,
door. Okay.
I will, against my better judgment, go down the ladder as well.
All right, cautiously you start the descent because it looks very far away. But you take only 3 steps down that rung, and all of a sudden you're touching dry land, and there's Daros and there's Beaufort looking around at the beautiful blue sky and seagulls, palm trees.
Finally, we went through a door and all ended up on the same side.
There's nothing trying to kill us.
The real door, finally.
Meanwhile,
Is
Uko's up there going, but I really think these doors mean
I don't
something.
trust this. Are
Yeah.
you sure you don't want to go back to the fire door?
Hmm.
All right, so while Uko's up in the Proxus, and the 3 of you are down below, do you want to do anything?
Just take note of the longitude and latitude of this place.
Nice.
There's a
Nice.
There's a tree
Remember what this
there,
is.
another tree there, a small
Yeah.
pile of rocks here. So it's in that triangulation. You've created that triangulation.
I asked Daros to look around and map it out.
You're a trailblazer.
Daros actually reaches down into his shirt and pulls out a pendant and says, and holds onto it and says, Lieutenant Danny, listen, this is Daros. I need to ask you a question because I don't know where I'm at right now.
You wait about a few seconds and you hear, Daros, where have you been?
I don't know. But it's been a crazy trip. We were in some kind of plane of fire
Oh
and
my
a plane
goodness.
of water and there was all kinds of crazy stuff. But listen, we exited that and we don't know where we're at.
Well, can you describe where you are?
It's a beautiful island. We just climbed down from the Proxus.
You hear the pause, and she replies, I've never heard of that place.
My dad told me to meet him at the city that starts with an S. I can't remember it right now.
She names off a
I
couple.
hear when I say it's Santa dude.
Santa dude. That's canon.
She replies,
Somebody write that down.
I haven't heard of those either. Are you lost?
Siblings.
Samsonite. It's right. It's right there. On the...
Uko, you're still in the Proxus.
But listen, I think we are lost.
Well, you'll have to give me more information. So maybe, is there any kind of road or trail that you could follow?
I look around real quick while I'm talking to her, and I'm actually talking to her like this when I'm looking around.
Okay, you see 4 trails, one leading north, one leading northwest, one leading southeast, and one leading south.
Yes, ma'am. We're at a crossroad, so again, equally lost.
She says, well, it sounds like you described an island. You said you're on an island somewhere?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. An island with apparently a crossroads.
What sea? What body of water are you on?
It's a big one. It's sort of capitalized.
Yeah, I say, wasn't the intersection?
Yeah, what was that? Yeah, what was that sea called?
Like in that big body of water right north of Ravenscroft?
Damn it, somebody has a map. I know it. Is it Uko? Somebody climb up and get Uko.
Just north of that, and then all the lines go through that, and there's like an island in the middle of it. I've seen that map before.
I think you're right. I think we are in the middle of the biggest ocean.
Basically, just due north of Ravenscroft, about
where they talk about the ley lines and where they all intersect.
Yeah, we're due north. Ravenscroft, practically.
She replies that she has never heard of anything called Leylines, but there are a couple islands in the Silver Sea. One's near the Nicosia Dynasty, and then there's a couple near Hawk Grove. There's one right out of Ravenscroft that sometimes there's a large kraken that lives near there, but she's never seen that.
I think that's it. I think that's it. That's it right there.
And then there's one that's even north of that, but there's just a small fishing village on that island. She's never been there, though.
You know how octopuses can sort of get into small bits of thing and slide through them, right? What if the kraken came out the door and then just sort of slooped into the sea? Because the water plane was right there, and then...
Could be.
Uko, what are you doing?
Let's see. That door that reminded me of a stick or with a branch.
Yeah.
And we thought it was like Ravenscroft. I'm going to go to the door that's like that, but on the opposite side of that room.
Okay. And that one has the... You look and see it has the letters... Sorry, scroll. It has the what looks like a tent with a teardrop in it, and the car dealership thing.
I'm not doing it again.
Yeah. You have not seen those symbols before.
Perfect. Can I try the door and see if it opens?
Sure.
Or should I examine it first?
You can examine it. Sure. Do an investigation check.
Examine it. Maybe it has some special doorknob.
Spectral doorknob.
Ooh,
that's canon.
Natural 20.
A natural 20.
You investigated the shit out of that.
Yeah, that door is well investigated. All the doors are made similarly, except the fact that the two smaller ones are just smaller versions of the larger doors. And none of them have keyholes. None of them have any means of opening other than turning that knob that you can't seem to budge.
That one's locked too. All right, I'm going to have to give up. I don't know if there's any other doors that might be unlocked.
You can certainly check them all if you'd like. You just run around and try to open all the doors.
Yes, because I'm a completionist. I'd like to try every single doorknob.
Sure. None of them open. None of them even turn in your hands.
Yeah.
Which is very frustrating because when your sisters left, you saw them clearly turn the knob and walk through and shut the door, and then they were through, and you can't understand why it's not working for you.
It's kind of like at home too, because there's all these cabinets and drawers.
I thought you said we were smarter.
There's some residual stupidity.
I was like, doorknobs.
All right, so I go to the middle and I find that ladder my brothers went down. So,
okay.
Hey, you guys are still down there?
And you hear him, clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just realized something. All right.
Okay.
So, you know the ley lines that sort of intersect on the middle of the map there? The other map we have, the one that has got the pretty little colors on them, the purple stone was supposed to be where we think we might be. Do we know anything about that?
I thought our sister Amethysti got that purple stone already.
She did, but it was never said where she retrieved that stone from.
Okay.
She also was the only one to come through a small door and leave through a small door.
And she's like 9 feet tall.
Correct. Well, she's a Goliath, so she's Goliath-sized.
Yeah. Eight and a half.
Yeah.
Solid 8.
Solid 8. The only thing that was unusual is that Ivory found the diamond and Loki found the emerald, whereas they were opposite on the map.
They were looking for the other ones. Yeah, Ivory left looking for the emerald.
Correct. But you all realized last time we met, you all did realize that their names corresponded with the colors of the gems that they brought in.
Yeah, regardless of what they were looking for.
Correct.
That's right. I mean, they always called me Safi.
You all should be in the Blues Brothers.
Yeah.
All right, so Uko, you went down the ladder.
Yep. And I join my brothers and say, oh, there's nothing fun up there. I tried.
And you look up and you don't see anything. The ladder is still there, but you don't see the hatch or the door or anything.
It's a ladder out in the middle of the field.
It is.
Love it.
It is essentially a ladder. It's kind of in a crater area. And then these roads lead out from the crater. There's no signs, no indication of a trail more worn than anything else.
You are here.
Nothing.
Galaderos is this way.
That's right. I pulled my map out. Is he blinking somewhere on a map?
We don't have a GPS.
We went to Dad. We're going to go to Dad empty-handed if we went to him right now. I feel like we didn't accomplish a thing.
He stayed alive.
He said that if you want to use the ley lines to travel, you'll need to complete the planar challenges.
Right.
He also said, meet me in Sanmar.
Okay.
He didn't say you have to use the ley lines.
He didn't say you have to do that before you meet at me.
Yeah.
So
It was
I'm thinking,
if, and then we don't have to do the then. That's fine.
yeah,
Let's skip it.
Let's fast forward a bit, brother.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, never show this part ever again.
Which way is Tom North?
I always look at Mr. Coffee before I look at Mr. Radar.
That's right.
Well, so if he went through the one with the Z and the Effie thing,
The half a candelabra.
then it would be in the north. So we should if anyone can figure out where north is, we should go that direction, and then
We should
swim a bunch, I guess.
Should we go towards the eye, like north, where Amethysti went?
Oh, wait. I have a map.
North of where
Where
Darrow's...
Samnar is.
I thought Sanwa was in sort of just north.
I will.
Okay.
I will show
I think
you.
it's-
I will show the group, the audience, the map of where you are currently. If you promise not to use the markings on it to further your game, and if that's the case, go ahead and hit that spoiler in the Discord I sent you.
I don't know what that means, but I'll open anything you say.
Yeah, you might be giving the players too much credit there.
I've been doing that for 2 hours. You are at the ladder.
The markings?
Well, and it's not the earlier.
Okay.
Do you think there's anything on this island we can barbecue? I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, I mean, there's usually things on islands to barbecue.
And looking around, you see that there's probably evidence of small game on this island. There's low-lying hills and mostly palm trees. There's probably other trees. I'll probably decorate the map later with some more stuff.
I mean, I think we should just start. Where's the sun? I remember that as a thing.
Let's see. If you entered the Proxus at probably late afternoon, and you've been there for quite a while, it is probably dawn.
Okay.
All right. dawn, the sun comes up that way.
Which is toward,
and then the map, and then the map goes that way when we want to go north. So we should go that direction.
And which way are you pointing?
The wrong direction.
Okay.
I'm pointing south.
South, okay. All right. So Glaton feels pretty confident that you need to head down that southwestern trail.
I say sure.
Okay.
And then look at Darrow's. What do you think?
I'm gonna try to survey the land and maybe use some of my druid skills and just think and look around and maybe.
Okay,
look
do a
at,
survival check for me, please.
Yeah, a
because
survival
there
check.
is something you could check.
D&D Beyond for the win. 17.
Okay. You notice that the path that is going southeast, east-southeast, is more traversed. It is definitely a wider, more trodden path. It is a larger road. It is.
Guys,
it is foot trails and wagon trails.
Guys, it appears to me like if we move to the east, southeast, it's going to be a more civilized or a more occupied or a more busy place to go to.
Is that the direction I'm pointing already?
No, sir. It's about 90 degrees different.
You take Glaton's hand and turn it this way.
Yeah. I'm like,
Yeah, I was right. Let's go.
Okay, so you head down that larger, more traverse southeastern path-ish. Is that a yes?
Yeah,
Okay.
yes, ma'am, we do.
Okay, so you walk for just a couple of hours. It's not that. This is not a very big island at all, and you come upon a settlement, and it is a farming and fishing village, and it's got people in it. And they are just going about their daily work, farming and fishing and hauling in nets, and some are out probably hunting. There's a small herd of cattle that they are taking care of. There's milkers and bakers, and it's just a small village. Did you want to approach anybody?
Hello, small villagers.
I would like to keep walking toward maybe what looks like maybe a city center, a village center.
It's not very big. You pretty much just take a few steps, and you are in the center. There's a well that's been dug that has fresh water, and people are milling around. There's a small the baker has already been started baking. I'm
gonna go talk to the baker.
Okay. It is a halfling, small halfling.
I go with him.
Okay.
I go with him, and I have money in my hands.
Okay.
I want your baked goods.
And
I'm going to introduce myself. Excuse me, sir. My name is Daros.
Hi, Daros. He says, I'm Fade.
Hello, Fade.
You came from the Proxus, right?
Yes, sir, I did.
Excellent.
You know about that?
Well, yeah, we all didn't get finished with the Proxus. We chose to make our home here. He says, "Hey, you want me to sing you a song? I used to be a bard."
I am a bard too. Let's play. Damn.
Yeah, my adventuring party, we got stuck on that challenge, and so some went on to do it, and some of us stuck around, and we're still working on it, just trying to get stronger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, power level.
Yeah, there's some. Which one did you go?
I think I know you from somewhere.
And a gnome wizard turns around. She's got bright pink hair, And she is carrying a fishing net. She's heading toward the docks, and she says, Fade, now, you're just telling that story again. Hi, I'm Lillian Bramblethorn. I got stuck in there, too. Which one did you guys get? Did you get the red dragon?
Well, we actually stepped into we stepped into a bunch of them.
Yeah. Yeah. If you step in and you're not ready, they give you all sorts of stuff that you can't handle.
Well, how do you get ready for it?
Well, that's the thing. Anyone who's ever made it through can't tell. It's a secret.
Can we ask them? Can I ask about some of the weird symbols that we saw, because we don't really speak those languages?
Oh yeah, sure. Those are the symbols that. And now someone named Li Mubai walks up, introduces himself. It's a human monk. And he says, oh, I can tell you what that means. I have a lot of experience in that. And a half-elf paladin walks up and says, a young girl says, oh, leave them alone. You're always talking. You're always carrying on and on and on about those symbols. They're just names of the cities, and they have a little special meaning. It's no big deal. Just like my last name is Church Child. It's because I was raised in a church over in Stonebridge. Geldwin. She puts her hand out. My name's Geldwin. And yeah, we're just waiting till we can get through. But Lee can tell you about those symbols. But really, they're just the names of the cities, or represent the cities that they connect. Which ones did you have a question about?
All of them, ma'am.
She looks up at you. I see. All right, Lee, we'll go ahead and tell your story. And so, Lee, he's a bit pompous and arrogant. He says, let me tell you. The eye is crescent. And that's where they do the crescent ore. They mine the crescent ore. And then it's attached, the Leylines, it's attached to Eastwind, which is, the major city of the Celestials. And then, of course, Zaman, which is that, and he looks at your confused faces and says, that's the upside down V. That means strength and energy. Did you know that? And let me tell you about the one I'm from. I am from, and he goes on and on about his monk order that's located just south of the Light of the Moon, the Moon's Rest Inn and Tavern. He doesn't even remember the name of it. And then someone else steps in, and they're excited to see new people come in. They want to know all about you. It's a dwarf fighter, and he's very gruff, and he says, I'm Angus, Angus Baronjaeger. Let me just tell you about what I got stuck on. And he goes on and on about the worms, and he kind of goes, Glaton, I understand, I got stuck on those worms too. Zaman is where I'm from, and that means strength and energy, and that's what that symbol means.
Angus,
yeah.
Was there any way to have more than one person in one challenge?
Oh yeah. Once.
How do you do that?
You gotta get stronger. You gotta get stronger. Then whole groups can go in, but once they're in and once they're done, they can't tell us, so we're stuck here until we can get through.
Or until you back out. Can't you exit?
This is the choice we made, to stay here until we got it done. Others can leave the island, no problem.
Oh, I see. So this is just a sort of a purgatory for people that want to finish the challenge.
Right. Only for those who want to finish the challenge. Like, look at young Clover here. This halfling rogue, she's never going to give up. She's going to get this job done if it kills her. So they go on to explain.
Very well might. It's very dangerous in there.
Oh yeah.
I used to be an owl.
He looks at you kind of strangely.
Exactly.
He says, they go on to explain the symbols to you, and just since it's almost 10, I'll quickly run through them to let you guys know. The eye. Let's pull up the map so that you guys can see that part.
We have a map.
Okay, listen.
That's twofer. That's a twofer.
So going clockwise from the top, the Z and the F. The Z stands for Sanmar. It means transformation, turning point. The F is for Ravenscroft, prosperity and wealth. The P and the R. The P is for Grandland. It means joy and success. The R is Hotgrove, and it stands for the Riders and journey and change. The upside down L and the backward N is Kasuk, is the L, and it means water, emotions, or revelation, counsel. And the backward N is for Maeston. It's for health, energy, success, and power. The looks like an M with a X in the middle, sort of.
It's a TIE fighter.
Yeah, TIE fighter. That's East Wind. That's the one that connects the eye. It's the smaller door. And they explain to you that those are the minor ley lines. Not the major. But that's for East Wind. The tent looking one and the car dealership thing is the tent is
it's wacky wavy inflatable tube band.
That is for Tranquil of Real, and it means mastery or the combo of skill and knowledge. And they explain that's where the Tabaxi monks are. And the car dealership guy is Fern Crest, which means protection and support. The line with the X in it is the one you guys came through, and it was until recently unknown. They in the village said that we've been studying that for a long time and we still don't have any idea where that's from. They put it somewhere on Hilda's Lament, but we have no idea where it came from. It means serpent or dual nature or hardships.
What did Madonna's bra mean?
Madonna's bra meant Tarathiel, which is means fertility, new beginnings, and birth, which makes complete sense to those who understand the history of Amonrath, since that is the first city of Amonrath.
Okay.
And then the last one, the inverted N is, I think I said, was Zaman, strength and energy.
Inverted V.
Inverted V, sorry. Zaman.
Yes.
So that's what all the symbols, they explain to you what all the symbols mean and the cities. And so they say if you're trying to meet someone in Sanmar, you need to go through the that north one, but you can't do it until you finish the challenges.
So maybe we'll get a free pass.
Are there any villages that are being overrun by orcs anywhere close where you get some experience?
How do we power level on this island?
He says you don't have to stay on this island. The ladder will always be here.
Right.
The ladder will always be there for you to ascend. That's why we call this city Descendants. We all came down the ladder, but we never finished.
Mm-hmm.
Those who finish the challenges, they don't need to come down the ladder. They can get around Amonrath no problem.
Is there anybody else on this island there's no more information than you?
Well, this is the group of them all kind of talking. They're excited to see visitors. And one of them does step up and say, if you want to leave the island, there are 3 ways you can leave. There's the quick way, there's the moderately quick way, and then there's the slow way.
How many people come through this ladder daily or weekly?
It's not a lot.
Monthly.
You're the first one we've seen in probably 6 or 7 months.
Okay, so it's very, very seldom.
Oh yeah, no, this is unusual for us.
Is it the case that the people that go through the challenges, they just don't bother coming back to tell you guys, or they physically can't?
They're sworn to it.
That's a great question. Maybe they're just done with you.
We've spoken to them, but it's sort of like once they finish it, they're sworn to an oath where they become keepers of the Proxus, and they
sounds like you're beneath them.
It's the whole
First rule of the Fight Club.
First rule of the
You don't
Fight
talk
Club,
about the Fight
They've
Club.
seen our sisters.
Yeah, your sisters have made it. Yeah.
Oh, they're in the club. The fight club.
They
Sisters, did
couldn't
they
tell
figure it
you.
out?
They're stronger.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Okay, so
Sure.
how many times did Ivy come through? And I describe Ivy.
They think about it, and I don't think we've seen anyone like her. You said she's got really
Great.
white
She got on the first try.
She did it
Thanks
first.
for telling us that.
That power level her ass.
So if you need a place to stay for the night, I'm sure we can put you up here somewhere. We don't really have an inn, but or you can just go, find your way off the island. There's this is called Proxus Minor, this island, and you can go north to the Wizard's Tower, and they have teleportation to various cities around that you can use.
Oh, perfect. We need to teleport to Sandmar.
Oh, well, that would be the quickest way. We can have dirigibles that come in. The Dragonfly can take you off. And then if you need to go further south around the coast.
How much does it cost to teleport?
They don't charge anything on this island to get
sweet.
to get heroes, the ones that have gone to the Proxus. How
much is chicken and beer?
Well, we don't really have an inn and tavern here. We're not set up for that. But we can we don't really get visitors. These are our homes, but I'm sure we could find some people who will be willing to help you out for the night. And sure enough, some halfling wizard comes up named Merrick, who offers you to stay, and standing back stoically, kind of taking it all in but not saying much, is a tall elf cleric. Nodding his head.
What are you guys, like third level?
You also see a Dragonborn Warlock, who's an unusual color. You've never seen a Dragonborn in this color. Of course, you haven't seen many Dragonborn anyway. Who's sort of standing off, watching the whole process, not really getting involved with the conversation.
You all have been very helpful in creating a map for us that we don't. We'll draw it later.
I just have to say, there's been a very eclectic group of people here on this island.
It's just a bunch of heroes and adventurers who just want to try to finish that challenge. Hi, Drake. Zazu lives.
Should we just sort of go teleport away then, or are we going to stick around?
We could teleport to Sandmar.
He says if you want to get to Sandmar quickly, I would suggest going to talk to Alvidoff the Bold. He is our resident wizard, and he can help you out at the Wizard's Tower. It's just a few hours walk north. And just ask him to send you to Sandmar.
Cool. We'll do that.
Yeah, if you need to go further south, to like the Tranquil of Rial or Pine Key Harbor or Feruzarad and Ukokna, your eyes light up at the sound of that because that's very close to home for you. You'll have to go via ship, which is the Nexus, which is down southwest of here.
But we have to go see Dad first.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds like you need to head north to Alvidolf the Bold, and that's where we'll pick up next week. Talking to Alvidolf the Bold at the Wizard's Tower.
And I still have all 2 of my spell slots.
Not much fighting there. Well, some fighting, but you probably wouldn't have lasted.
More being fought than fighting.
Let's see. I had Wild Shape 2 times and Polymorph 2 times. I would have had a pretty good fight for a while. Giant ape twice.
Well, welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight and sticking around. I'm sorry it went a little over, Andy. I know that you don't like to be on
no,
too
that's
late,
fine.
But welcome back, and I'm excited about where the story is going to go for the second arc of the campaign that I have named Reflection. We'll see what happens.
It's not a brother anymore. We don't. It's just
a reflection. It's just a reflection.
I know. It's not even my twin brother anymore.
I had like 3 pages of stuff to happen in Sanmar, and you guys never. You're too busy going in and out of planes you couldn't handle.
We were testing.
I know.
We were testing.
We have lots of information now.
I know, right?
Yeah.
We want R2 to go another 30 episodes.
I guess I'll have another map created for next week of Sanmar. So we will see you guys next week. I'm going to go to the thank you screen. And once again, thank you all. Thank you especially to my patrons who stuck with me. As you all know, I did not charge my patron fees in the month of July since we weren't playing for except tonight and next week. But that'll pick up again in August because we're excited about continuing this arc. So thank you all so much and have a great week. Good night.
Yes. Love you guys.
Love you too.
Do we want to raid Shenanigans? They are back.
Of course. Let's do it.
Last week they did a setup for a mini campaign that my wife Angela is running.
Well, then of course that's where we're going.
A mini campaign.
Stay tuned. Let's see some shenanigans, everybody. Good night.